Uh,
They'd be calling me crazy. I might be, just maybe.
I think we're all a little crazy on the inside. I know I am.
I'm normal.
Lucky.
I was like, oh, no childhood traumas. I want that.
No mommy issues. God,
Yeah.
you're so lucky.
When I was in high school, I had a friend of mine. His name was Kyrie or whatever. And
Kyrie.
yeah, my homie Carlos was,
I'm sorry,
his
but
eyes
like
were all-
it seems like that this Kyrie was probably black.
So we're having this moment.
I'm just joking.
And then he's like, damn, what happened to your eyes? He's like, oh, it's glaucoma. And then he actually rubs into his eyes and puts it in his eyes. He's like, I want some of that shit. The weirdest part. It's like, give me some of that shit.
What the hell? That reminds me of that one episode of American Dad. You watch American Dad?
I've seen it.
Where that one episode where Steve and everyone in his class was getting the presidential fitness test done. Yeah. And he was like trying to get out of it. His sister Haley was faking being a student and came there with pink eye and shit.
Oh god.
Because she doesn't have a job, so she doesn't have insurance. So she has to use the school nurse.
And by the way,
and when he asked Jeff, "What's wrong with Haley's eyes?" And he says, "Oh, she's got pink eye." And he's like, "Pink eye? Give me some of that."
He's like, "Give me some of that shit." And he puts it in his eyeballs or whatever.
Oh my god.
By the way, how is Stan making it by?
He works in the CIA.
I know, but that's a government job. That's not. That pays peanuts.
Well, he does a lot of espionage, and pretty sure that the shit that happens as espionage doesn't get paid for out of his own pockets. It probably gets put, like, hotel stays or whatever, probably gets put on, like, a CIA corporate credit card.
My question is, like,
how's
he affording that 2-story house, plus an alien in the attic and everything? I mean, come on.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that alien does do a lot of shit.
How's he able to afford that or whatever?
Well, how is Peter able to do half the shit in Family Guy being somebody who works at the brewery?
Right.
At a brewery, which probably pays minimum wage.
Or used to, I wouldn't know.
He works at a brewery, which probably makes minimum wage. And Lois's parents might be rich and all.
Yeah.
But they hate Peter. They would never... I couldn't imagine them ever giving him a cent. You know what I'm saying?
He likes Babs, though.
Oh, shit. That's true, huh?
Yeah.
I remember that one episode where Lois...
Them pewter schmits are cut from a fine cloth. Like a fine wine that ripens with age.
Oh, my God. That one episode where Lois fucks Bill Clinton.
Oh, did she?
She fucks
She's like, we were just having sex. I mean, sax. We were playing the sax.
But yeah,
it's like, what would it take for you to forgive me, Peter?
I want to fuck Babs. I want Babs.
I want Babs. Yeah.
Just straight up, like, no hesitation.
Them pewter schmits are fine women. Yeah, I don't know. What is if you could get a hall pass to sleep with one celebrity, what would it be and why? Never mind. We're gonna skip that question. We don't want to risk, relationships or whatever. So.
No. I'm trying to think, actually. Well, I mean, as a child, I had the deepest crush on Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba?
Yep.
Invisible Woman?
Oh, fuck yeah. Bernadine doesn't know that. That's who she plays, because if she did, she'd have a whole other outlook on her.
Invisible Woman?
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic. She played a girl called Invisible Woman, but now...
But have you seen... ever typed in on Google Images Jessica Alba sexy pictures?
I don't know. There was a movie where Penelope Cruz got her titties sucked.
What movie is this?
I was like, I need the sauce.
I need the description right now.
Sauce. Where's the sauce? Yeah. This isn't bad. Like I said, it's not bad.
What are you eating?
Pozole.
Oh, the stuff that Bernie made?
Yeah, the sink on the left and the right doesn't work, so I can't really clean my bowl.
Yeah. I think CY's supposed to be coming around to fix that shit. That shit was Cynthia putting rice down the disposal. A whole pot of rice.
I don't really think that's it.
You don't think that's it?
No, but
what
I
else
could be
could
wrong.
be?
I don't know.
Like I said, the only thing that I'm pretty sure that it was because multiple people saw her do it. I've seen her dump food out of a pot into the garbage disposal before.
I wasn't awake for all this, so I didn't really see it or know what happened. So.
Second off, basically the only reason for that sink to clog like that is because rice, or food of any kind, clogged up the pipes. So, yeah. If I have leftover food, which is very rare, on my plate, and like I said, that is very rare. But if I happen to, I always scrape it in the trash, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. On the topic of rice, one of the things where you can get so much more out of so little.
Right? I think that might have been one of the biggest advantages that the Japanese had over us.
Dude, what?
In World War II.
You're so solid. Damn it. No. No, we apologize. We don't mean to.
Yes, embrace the racism.
When I was a youngster, I would go, hey, Ma, what's for dinner? It's like rice again. I go, oh, no! I can't do it anymore because of the whole stroke. So, that's the whole deal.
Strike me down and my white robe shall grow whiter than ever before.
Holy linens, Batman. Another Klansman joke. No, okay. So, we have to talk about this. We've been putting this off for the past couple of days or whatever.
Oh, EA or...
We didn't do the show yesterday, so to make up for it. What are your thoughts on Disney gaining an interest in Hulu?
Well, one of the biggest things I basically the only reason I really watch Hulu.
You have before. I just wanted to say something real quick.
Oh, go for it.
By the way, no disrespect to any type of streaming services ever known to man, because, he
doesn't want you guys to cancel their subscriptions.
No, I'm saying that you could for them to be able to broadcast and resurrect a show and gain more interest into it. That's respect. Netflix, they didn't really, Netflix, when they started running Avatar, a lot of people started running Avatar: The Last Airbender, started watching all of it. Me, I got past 10 episodes and I haven't watched it.
But see, Netflix, I think, is ranked #1 in streaming services.
I think Lucifer as well. When Lucifer got canceled, they basically picked that up and they kept.
They picked up all the CW verse, the entire CW verse, Lucifer, Arrowverse,
to give things as obscure and give them a platform like Beavis and Butthead and all that other stuff.
Max is basically offering HBO Max. It used to be HBO Max, but now it's just Max. HBO.
I think it will go back to HBO Max.
Yeah. HBO Max. Basically, they have the rights to stream DC movies and TV shows, right?
Yeah.
However, they do not have the rights to The Flash, to Arrow, to Supergirl. They only have managed, and they're slowly doing it. But hang on with us.
It was kind of like Spider-Man and X-Men type deal, Because with Spider-Man and X-Men.
You're talking about the Tobey Maguire ones?
Sure. any of the type of,
Yeah, but the Tom Holland Spider-Man, that's Marvel Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is I think it was the same people who
I think it was a Sony deal. Sony had...
I thought Sony owned the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, Sony had Spider-Man because apparently, according to them, that's all that they really thought Marvel was worth, was just Sony, and it was just Spider-Man and X-Men were the only two things they cared about. Excuse me.
But are movies like Venom and Deadpool available on Disney Plus? That's what I have to know, because I've never seen them on there. I've seen shows like The Punisher, in the adults or in the mature, because I know that Disney added, like, I think it was last year, Disney Plus added the adult shows.
They added mature content, yes.
Yeah, but they still, I remember seeing Punisher on there. Punisher's rated TVMA. I remember seeing Legion X, which is also TVMA. I did not see Deadpool or Deadpool 2, nor did I see Venom. Could it be because those are rated R? And basically, there's different rules to TV shows and movies.
No, I think so. When I had bought a year of Disney Plus, I was just catching up on the Star Wars stuff and the Simpsons and all that other stuff and everything.
Disney.
And then they did give you like a content, like a maturity warning type deal before you proceed. And in there they had all Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist,
the TV series,
Marvel
right?
Defenders,
but then no movies, right? None of the rated R, what would be typically Marvel movies, right? Like I said, Deadpool 2, Venom.
Probably Blade, and Blade does not get enough credit for...
Blade is Marvel, and it's not on Disney Plus either, right? Like, I don't understand the deal with that. Like, is it because there's like more... I wonder if it's probably because the content is more mature in the movies than in a TV series. Or you got to also remember that these TV series too were on cable network, but movies don't instantly, go to cable, straight to cable usually. No, they're straight to theaters.
I think they went on Netflix before they went to Disney Plus.
So do you think that's probably why? Like, because, those were the shows that they were able to obtain from Netflix? Because I actually do remember Luke Cage and, Yeah, Daredevil on Netflix at one time, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But now they're not. Netflix only kept the TV-14, DC shows.
I think in the year 2019, that was when they inked the deal between Fox and Disney. Like 21st Century Fox, they bought them for I think it was something crazy, like $2.3 billion. And that included everything. Which is kind of crazy to me, too, because it's kind of, weird, because people are, talking about, this whole argument about Disney princesses and everything. I was like, well, isn't the alien queen a Disney princess? Because technically, she's, like I said, the xenomorphs, technically, they're...
You know what?
They're all
question for you,
in a way.
off topic.
Go ahead.
RC or Coca-Cola? RC.
Coke has, more of a prominent brand recognition, but...
But which one would you say you would rather buy?
Neither.
But come on, man. Which one would you say tastes better then?
Technically, I drink water, but I mean, if I had to go based on taste,
yeah.
If I was really forced and the only thing that was available at the party was Coca-Cola, I'd probably go Coke.
Or no, RC and Coca-Cola is both available at the party.
Okay.
Which one? Coke still?
Yeah. I would. Or bottled water before that. I don't drink soda at all.
See, I don't know. There's something about RC. RC is less of a recognized brand. I think it's because maybe it's like the underdog of cola. You got the conglomerates like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? But RC factories are shutting down slowly but surely.
Oh, like the Pokemon effect, basically?
I don't know that reference, but...
Where there's actually it was an old conspiracy theory. It was way back in the mid-90s. Back when Pokemon had started airing on television ever, I think Digimon was created kind of as a vanity project to kind of go head-to-head and compete with Pokemon because they're all, they're all monsters battling and whatnot. Whether or not they were secretly made to be rivals and competitors to Pokemon. It didn't work, but Digimon's finally getting
Man, I haven't heard from Digimon in a while. I remember when I was a kid at Carl's Jr.,
yeah,
the toys were Digimon. The little toys that came with the kids' meals were Digimon. And, they were tradable at school.
Didn't they have Digimon cards, too?
Yep. What about that Beyblade? Let it rip! Let it rip. I remember the toys when they start selling the Beyblade toys.
You remember Transformers? Oh, you know what's most obscure?
Fucking Transformers, bro.
You know what's
I'm talking 1980s and 1990s Transformers, though.
You know what's even more obscure? In the early 2000s, they were selling Metabots. You don't remember those?
In what years?
2003, 2004.
Bro, what I remember...
In that era.
Are you talking about Legos? No.
I'm talking about Metabots, dude.
I never heard of Metabots.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty crazy. Because they're like... I think they're like die-cast figures or whatever, and you're supposed to like connect those pieces to, you know, to basically build your own battle bot.
I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this, but I fucks with Bionicle, bro. I fucks with Bionicle. I remember getting a full legendary Bionicle, one of the Toas, I think they were called. You know, they were one of the like badasses. I collected all of them. Every Christmas, I got one.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to collect, like, basically started playing, like, through all the Lego games, like, everything. Just, you know, I went down
I was thinking about starting the Lego, the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, give that a try.
Because apparently one of the best features is that you could play through the story mode from 1 all the way through, you know, fucking...
Like I said, I mean, do you believe? Okay, well, we'll go back to that next week, but I wanted you to compare the two between, because I mean, you know, as far as you know, because before back in 2008, I think it was like 15 years ago, they put out a collection called I believe it's called Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that episodes 1 through 6 is better, or the Skywalker saga itself? I mean, because I should probably play the Skywalker saga. I don't have that yet, but
well, here's the thing. I haven't played the Skywalker saga yet. I was actually planning on starting it tonight.
Okay, yeah.
And playing from episodes 1 all the way through the last one.
Well, we definitely need you to follow up in like 7 days. Like follow up on it, you know, and let us know, you know, whether you enjoyed it or you don't.
I have it for free, so.
Well, there you go. See, that's the whole point. Yeah, so.
Most definitely.
Yeah. This is back way before. This is before the voice acting and everything actually happened.
Wait, so there's voice acting?
There's voice acting in the Skywalker.
Oh, okay, makes it even better. So there's actual sound and shit instead of like lightsabers. Because I remember that from the older Lego Star Wars movies.
Static thing without like the voice acting, whatever.
Yeah.
I think they had it.
I didn't like how they were always muted.
I think the first game that actually had voice acting was Lego Marvel Superheroes. Which, by the way, if we're talking about, you know, a Lego game that actually did a whole lot more and then some, like, I mean, Lego Marvel Superheroes was definitely, like, the most open world, like, freaking epic, you know, freaking, the game's amazing. So.
I hate to break it to you right now, bro, but we might need to cut this a little short.
Okay.
I'm getting bit right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm getting bit on my leg. I don't like to be out here with mosquitoes. We live right next to a house where they don't clean their pond, apparently.
Yeah, no. Should have this place demolished. No, okay, imagine.
But, you want to continue it tomorrow? Just pause it right here or something?
Well, that's the deal. Like, I have to go back to playing, you know, I have to go back to, you know. What, you think you want to do it tomorrow or something?
I'm down.
Yeah, I was gonna go over to Easy's and do a show there, but he's got a doctor's appointment, so.
As long as we could do it during the day, like before noon. Or not before noon, like, you know, when there's at least still a little light outside, too. So I can see the mosquitoes whenever they're here and swat them away.
You think at 2 o'clock?
Very possibly I'll be here.
Okay. I'll hit you up at like 1:30 then.
Alright, sounds good.
You're gonna head back inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up here.
I'm getting bit like a motherfucker. 2 bites on the same area. I can feel it.
2 bites. I can feel it. Yeah. Wait. No, we're talking about open world games. So, Tactical Bacon Productions. I will put his video in the description. Developer, a video game studio by the name of Volition. They oh my god, they were legends. They just announced that their studio closure. I remember I started playing a Volition. The first Volition game I ever played was the OG Saints Row for the Xbox 360. Was it a launch title? You decide. But Saints Row is such a good game. Oh my god. Like I said, you go in, you don't really expect Grand Theft Auto, but you kind of expect something better out of that. And by the way, you do get a whole lot better from the Saints Row series than you do in Grand Theft Auto. I'm just gonna say. I'm kidding. I'm not throwing shade at Grand Theft Auto. If it works for you, it works for you. But for me, I just need more memorable characters and more destruction and everything. So, not really so much destruction, but the whole premise of gang warfare. That I can get behind. So, like I said, I played through Saints Row. I actually went out of my way to go and find other Volition games. That's where I started playing the Red Faction series. I beat 1 and 2. Actually, I technically kind of 95% beat Red Faction 2. But a lot of bull crap and just, a bunch of dying, and I got so angry, I was just like, screw this, I'm not playing this anymore. So, I played through Red Faction Guerrilla, and basically, if you played Red Faction Guerrilla, you would know that that's basically, that same scheme is basically prevalent in Saints Row the Third, so, they've done some other good stuff. They've done The Punisher. They did that as well. They did that game. I think they did the movie. Did they do the movie tie-in game, or was that something completely different? By the way, those kills are just over the top. It's ridiculous. So, I love Volition. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I get that they kind of cater to their fans, or whatever the case. But their impending closure. If I could really give a reason, is just the fact that, people just, moved on and didn't care about stuff like that. I mean, what good is, making, how are you going to make a noise if nobody's going to really listen? Same deal with, buying video games. I remember back in, so this was 2000, I'd followed everything that the series had going on. I played through the first Saints Row. 2 years later, they put out a sequel. I was like, wait a minute, there's a sequel to this? So there's Saints Row 2. Played through that. Interesting little fact about Volition. Saints Row the Third came out on my 18th birthday. I kid you not. November 15th, 2011. Look that up. That was the same exact release date that Saints Row the Third came out. I played through that. Like I said, I wasn't fully invested in it. Fast forward, I think it was 3 years later. I had a old friend of mine named Jhorzen. He had the PlayStation 3, and he had a copy of Saints Row 4. And at one point in time, I think it was in 2014. Was it 2013, 2014? Either way. So there was some flooding going on at a THP. So they moved into the hotels and everything. I think they went to the Marriott. I think it was the Marriott in Escondido or San Marcos. So I went to complimentary breakfast and everything. By the way, the Marriott is definitely, gosh, went there, got free food, a lot of good stuff. So I went there, and I paid a visit from time to time, and he's like, hey, I'm playing Saints Row 4, whatever. So I decided, I was like, hey, can you mind if I play? I sat there and I played, and it was just, a collectathon. I'm not saying Donkey Kong 64 levels of intricate, but there's quite a lot of collectibles in that game, so I played through that. That was 2013, 2014. And then Gat Out of Hell came out. I played that and beat that. Didn't really fully look at it religiously. Fast forward to 2017, I had gotten a PlayStation 4, and during Christmas of 2017, I actually remember during, was it summertime or was it probably during the fall, when they came out with Agents of Mayhem. Volition had actually created that game, and it's been one of those games where it's been kind of looked at and hated. I don't care if it's repetitious, I kind of really wanted this game to succeed. Which is kind of the whole deal, because, when it talks to commercial success, I don't really think Agents of Mayhem got a fair shake. That was actually planned into, an actual series that actually got canned due to low sales. So I think it was almost Christmas 2017. My mom had called me. It's like, hey, I can get you something for Christmas. An old friend of mine by the name of Sterling, he bought me a Ratchet and Clank. I played through that and got the platinum in like 3 or 4 days. I mean, like I said, I'll talk more about Ratchet and Clank when I'm able to, move into my own place to get my own channel. Like, not my own channel, but kind of like review my own video games or whatever. I'll do that. Like, kind of do like maybe do like a playthrough of the whole thing, full playthrough. And then 2017 rolls around. I buy, for like $30 during the holidays. I was given $30. And I bought Agents of Mayhem and got all the DLC packs. I played through that game. That game is so freaking good. Repetitious, sure. Formulaic, okay, that's understandable, but it actually was an enjoyable time. That was 2017, like I said. I think things were really quiet on that front. 2022 rolls around. I had pre-ordered and bought Saints Row. That came out in 2022. I enjoy it, even, through the rest of the game. I kid you not, I had a sex change. This is the most ridiculous part, right? So day one, there were bugs, and Lord knows there were bugs a lot. I mean, launch days, everything is, not perfect, not ideal. You got to go into that with the bar set low. And, dude, there were so many bugs and so many glitches out there. It was insane. So much so, I think my character was actually wearing a bra, and I was just like, screw this, I'm going to get a sex change. So I got a sex change. In the context of the video game, not in real life, Jesus. But more power to you if you, decide to switch teams or, switch your gender. That's totally fine with that. It's totally up to you. 2022 rolled around. I gotten so far at that, like, basically gotten to the point where I believe I had everything done. I had one trophy to do, and that was a co-op trophy. I do that, and I got the platinum for Saints Row. And I was always like, at one point, if you rewind it back to 2017, I thought to myself, well, once I got a PlayStation 3, I told myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through, I'm going to play through these Saints Row games, and I'm going to try to get the platinum on all that stuff. So, Saints Row the 3rd, Saints Row 4, and Saints Row Gat Out of Hell. I got basically 6 platinums technically, because with the whole upgrading from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, I think that those platinums basically stack. I played through those games, got the platinums. As far as Saints Row is concerned, same deal with Agents of Mayhem. It's again that one co-op trophy, that stinking co-op trophy. I almost have the platinum for all those. Now, I'm not really too religious, and I'm not really deep into the lore of Red Faction and how that other stuff goes, but I like Volition. I respect Volition because, like I said, Volition was definitely one of those studios that, incorporated things like wrestling and everything, and showed it some love and everything. I mean, freaking, in 2013, they had Rowdy Roddy Piper in the game. Like I said, loads of respect for those guys. And as far as a restructuring deal, I think they had to shut down and close their doors. I think ultimately what led to Volition's downfall is just the fact that they made good games that people didn't care to watch or care to play. And that's definitely the sad and, not really with a bang, but more so a whimper, like really the sad ending to Volition. Looking back on it now, yeah, like they made some terrible decisions. There's been a lot of terrible decisions. I mean, I think, okay, so TBP, again, I'll link his video in the description. And, one thing that I definitely believe could have been the decline as to, like, when it finally, jumped the shark. Not really necessarily jumped the shark, but I feel like it kind of, like, plateaus and then it kind of sinks even lower in terms of quality. I think it's Deep Silver. Deep Silver in general, the publisher, the dev. I mean, I don't care what it was, but Deep Silver itself had to be one of the worst as far as programming goes and everything. I mean, these are the same guys, okay? Deep Silver, they're the guys who put out Ride to Hell Retribution. And if that doesn't say enough, I don't know what does. That's a different story for a different day as to why that failed and everything, so I gotta get out of here, whatever. I gotta upload this to the internet and stuff. So, arigato y sayonara. Game over.